And each of those 49 first times, it would just say there's nothing interesting about this desk. So there's no way for you to know that you should do that. But on the 50th time, you would get a picture similar to this one, which is Rebecca Chambers in like a swimsuit basketball outfit, like gym clothes, playing basketball. Rebecca Chambers is like the medic of the Stars team. She's playable in Resident Evil 0, and there actually is a non-canon mode of Resident Evil 0 where you can, because in the game you have two partners as well, Rebecca and another guy. I can't remember his name. God damn it. But I can't remember his name. But you can play in a different mode called Wesker mode, where you can play the other guy gets replaced by Wesker, and you can play Claire, where she has a necklace on, similar to this kind of one, which is a mind control necklace. So that's a little weird tidbit, but there we go. And now I'll also go to the... no, I killed the other liquor, so I shouldn't have to worry about this. I've cleaned this place out. I shouldn't have to worry about it at all. Alright, so now I gotta run to the press office, which is across the way. There's Marvin's body. There are some... So I can go in there. See, that guy's still there. And again, he will never attack you if you leave him alone. Unless you go, like, basically you walk right up to him. Yeah. Alright, here we go. This item. This is another one that, again, if you don't develop that roll of film, doesn't appear. Fuel. So that is actually ammo for the last weapon that Leon gets, which is the flamethrower, which is hidden in that spooky-ass section where that was really ominous. Which is where I'm going to be heading right after this, actually. Also, if you hadn't gotten anything here, you can go here. And since you're here, you have access to that basement staircase, so you can get down to the parking garage. So now you will have full access to the map. Oh wait, I need the... Oh, did I not pick it up? Oh god, I forgot. Okay, I forgot. So, don't do what I just did. Instead, after you get the Lightning Hawk, grab the USB key again, because you still need it. I screwed up, so I'm going to go just grab it right now. Pick it back up, because as you can see, it doesn't have a check mark. It's not done. I could have actually done this before. I should have done it before. But you'll see where you use it. We already passed the area where you use it. Good thing I checked before I went down the elevator, otherwise this would have been even more tedious. Oh boy. Alright, so come back here. What do I have? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Now we go back all the way down the stairs. And we go over here. Did you notice, hey, there's a stars icon on it, so maybe it has something to do with the badge. Can you do that? Nope, can't do it. Can't do it, doesn't work. But it will if you put the USB back in. So now it's just a stars badge, not a dongle. And now you use it, and hey, it opens up. And what does it come with? Yeah, that lets you pick up the thing again, but it's done now. You don't need it anymore. And in here is the Lightning Hawk. Or, oh, sorry, it's not the Lightning Hawk. It's the Long Barrel. This is to increase damage of the Lightning Hawk, which you combine it, and it also makes it take up 2 slots. Alright. So that takes care of that. Come back here. Now we head back down to the sewers. So I could go... no, I have to go this way. That way is a dead end. Not a dead end, but it's not going to lead me anywhere I can actually go. Yeah, so climb back up here. Go down here. There we are. Here. G adult corpse. We go back here. And now what we can do is we can go down that ominous hallway. Actually, shit. You know what I should have done? Can I go back up? Is there a way? I can take that way, but... See, the way I want to go is back here. And I don't remember how to do that. Oh! Actually, okay. So the way I can do that is actually through this workroom. I could have gone down that way. So I'm actually going to do that right now just to show you how to get to that last, open up the last door for the T-bar. So if instead of coming down here, right, so once you take that room, instead of taking that elevator, you take this staircase. You come back down. Slide down back here. Oh yeah, some zombies do wake up here. So you come over here, and this is the last use of the T-bar handle. You honestly never have to really come back this way, but that's more for people that are doing the no item box run, because you can't discard items unless they've been fully used. So you have to come back here if you're doing that, or you'll permanently lose an item slot. Because that is one run where you're just not allowed to touch the item box at all. And that leads you back here to this ominous hallway. Ominous hallway. So when you're going in there, right? So there are a couple things you want to be aware of. When you go that way, you want to have at least 4 inventory slots open. 2 is the minimum you need, but 4 is what you want if you actually want to get the flamethrower. Because the flamethrower by default takes up 2 spots, and then that is also where you're going to be picking up the queen and the king plugs. So you want to have the room so you don't have to make multiple trips back and forth, because there's no item box over there. Alright, so come in here. fucking weird. Nothing really to see here. See a body, and oh, what the fuck? It explodes out, and yeah, that's the thing that the G adults will spit at you and attack you with, and that's what that's meant to do. That's a green herb over there. Those things like gestate inside other zombies or other people, and they spit out. As you can see, like this guy also had one. This guy had one. God. All these guys had that. This is getting worse. Right. So you would come up here. This is a one-way trip down, so you can't come back up through here. You have to come back around if you want to do that. And this area is filled with G adults, so you have to be very quick if you want to get around them, or you're going to be just like the other thing is to spend a lot of ammo if you want to kill them all. First one is right around this corner, right here. Next one is walking in a patrol route, and he goes past this point. So now he's dead. And he walks, oh, whoa. Oh, wow, he didn't actually die. There we go. Now he's dead. That's interesting. So he walks, normally he walks from here to around this thing and, like, this way. You can run past them if you time it right, but you do want to come in here if you want all the items, because there is mag ammo here. A third G virus, G adult, will pop out of this pipe as you walk by. If you are running, you can run past him before he can attack you. Which I'm too late. So yeah, there's the eye you want to shoot. If I hadn't stopped and the hand hadn't occurred, I could go like this, and by the time he actually pops back up from the water, you will run past him. So what you want to do is you want to run, and then you want to climb up here. So you're safe now. They don't attack you when you're up on the ledge. Over here. And first instinct is to go directly forward, but you actually want to come over here, because there is another Mr. Raccoon. So yeah, then you go into this room. You can pick up a red herb right here. So you can do that, and then come on down. And this room has a bunch of doors that require either the king or queen plug. And there is our flamethrower. So first, come over here, pick up this queen plug. That locks this door. Alright, here's the blue herb, so you can just pick it up. And then you take the queen plug and you put it in here. Also, if you, they all say electronic part, but if you examine it, it'll say like rook plug, queen plug, king plug. Okay. So as you go through here, you'll see this is where you need the king plug, because you're going to need to open this door to get the flamethrower. There's also a zombie over here. As soon as you go up these stairs, he will fall off the ledge and fall down here and activate. But you can also just kill him right now. So, yeah, so climb up here, and hey, here's the king plug. Pick it up. Door's locked, so you can't go back that way. So you jump down. Yeah. See, if you're quick enough, he would still be here. Otherwise, if you take your time, he might walk out to be around, like walk around here and make this very treacherous to fall down. Right. But now you come over here, put the king plug in, and grab the flamethrower. So it takes up 2 slots. You can also unlock this door. It's not really necessary, but you can. What you then do, so what that's used for, that door, is if you can't pick up the flamethrower right now, and you can only take the other plugs, if you open this door, you can get it without needing to enter through the other ways that need the plugs. So take the king plug back out. Then you come over here, take the queen plug, put the queen plug right here, open up the way back out, but remember, you need the queen plug, so go over here, place the king plug, go back around, take the queen plug out, and then you grab the king plug. And like I said, if you didn't have enough room for the flamethrower, you want to make sure you open this door, because when you drop the plugs off, you can come back, and then you can just go through here and pick it up at your leisure. Alright. So now we've got everything, so we can just leave this area. See, it says electronic part. If I examine it, yeah, those change too, from queen plug, electronic part to queen plug, king plug. Alright. So, now, if you hadn't killed the G-adults before and run past, this one will be waiting over here, so you can just shoot him and then make him aware. But otherwise, these will still be dead. They're not a problem. And now remember, that way was a one-way. You can't come back this way. So you want to go this way now. But you want to be careful. So this is another one-way drop that leads you to that starting area. You can see that's the ledge that I initially came up on. So you want to be careful here, because another G-adult just spawned, and it is like hiding over there. As soon as I drop down and I start moving forward, it's gonna start charging at me, and the only way to stop the charge is to like shoot it with like a lot of shit. So just to be careful, I'm going to just equip the knife. I don't want to lose my infinite knife, so I'm gonna equip this other knife in case I have to defend myself. So it's gonna spawn. It's gonna pop up out of the water. And there it's and then you can go back, and if you've gotten the flamethrower and the rook and the queen and king parts, you never have to deal with this shit again. And now that we have all three pieces, we can... Okay, and also, if you hadn't killed the third one that was lying down still, he would be active at this point and be walking around. So, now we come back up here, and go back to that safe room. And now I have a bunch of stuff. So the flamethrower is very different from the other guns in that it does like damage to the whole body instead of just a single character. So that's more useful against bosses and G-adults. Like, you get it because it's really useful against G-adults, and bosses that don't matter. So here we go. This is where the rook plug goes, I believe. Rook. And if you remember, it said like queen is opposite the rook. So queen goes here. And I believe the king goes here. And yep, that opens the door. So there we go.
Okay, almost there, Ada.
So, right now is, if you were going for an S+, right now is where you would do your second save. I'm gonna just save right here as well. I'll just make a new file. But this is where you would do your second save. So all that I just did was still part of that first block, and you would prepare for the next fight. I'm just gonna stick the flamethrower in here. Oh, I'll just put that away too. then you come here, and they give you right here. It's a boss fight, and there's a little boss fountain here that they give you, where they give you a full heal plus defense boost, where they give you a blue herb right here, green herb right here, and so this is where we had to go to save Ada, but the power's out, right? Can't do anything.
Damn it.
So we got to go in there because there's that's where the power is. So we got a green and blue, right? And we get a red right here. So yeah, so that gives us a full heal. And then we open up power. Same as the previous puzzle, but the answer is a little different. I believe it's 1, 2, and 4. Yes. 1, 2, and 4. Right. So now it's like, hey, Eva's ready. We can go save her, right? So just run through here and be wrong. All right.
Jesus
Christ. What you want to do is hide like right here. Okay, I was wrong. I guess you got to be a little more forward. Yeah. Because otherwise, you're basically running around this room as it fills with fire, and he's constantly ducking down and attacking you. But if you sit right here underneath the fan, he can't hit you. And he'll do it like 4 or 5 times, and then he'll show up at that door. You can also, speedrunners, what they do is if you have grenades, you throw the grenades at the door, and that just makes him appear instantly. So now he's going to show up here. What you want to do is just run right past him. Just do that, and you just run right past him.
It's still alive?
And he's chasing you. You don't want to stop because you can't hurt him right now. You just want to keep running. Just keep running. He's chasing me. He's chasing me. And now I got... Oh, whoa. Whoa. So keep running. And now... So this boss fight, the way it works is... that large container, there's a button that controls a crane that moves it back and forth. And what you want to do is you want to move it back, then you want to stun him so that he stays in one place, and then hit the button so the crane comes back and hits him. But that's not an instantaneous thing, so that's why you want to stun him. And you also want to be out of the way, because if it hits you while you're there, you die instantly. And this is another thing, this is an interesting fight where normally it takes 2 hits of the container. However, if you do enough damage to him before the first hit, you can end it in 1 hit. That is also an achievement to kill this boss with only 1 container hit. So, there we go. You hit this, hit the button, he's already here, so you gotta watch out. And I'm just gonna hit him. I have this, so that's his stun state. So, there's also a couple things you could pick up here. There's a knife, there's a flash grenade you could pick up, there's handgun ammo right here, and there's also mag ammo over there. So like I said, the stun is not long. And like I said, there's mag ammo over here. So, I'm going to stun him again, and then I'm going to do that. And you want to stun him as far on that side as possible so that even if he does wake up... I want to do this so that I can see if I can get the... Okay, yeah. I just killed him in 1 shot because I obviously did enough damage. And this version of Birkin is called G2 Birkin. He has 5 forms that you end up fighting if you go through the second run. But yeah, now he's gone.
Let's hope that's the last of them.
Yeah, that's not the case. But yeah, so now he's gone, and this door opens up, which was locked on this side. And hey, look, wait, where did my rocket launcher go? Yeah, this is actually right here. And so this is basically the point of no return. So, well, you'll see. He says it. Come on. So now we save Ada.
Ada! Ada, where are you?
Over here!
Ada. getting worried there for a sec.
I can't get it out.
I don't know if I should,
Just do it. I can't walk like this.
That's
Okay.
not what you should do. Just be clear. If you are injured and have something in there, keep it in there because that's keeping the blood from coming out.
I can do it myself.
Just relax, okay? So,
Yes.
what do we do now?
Just grab dirty bandages from the garbage area that you were at.
Get yourself out of here. Oh, you still can.
I'm not just gonna leave you. Not like this.
You don't understand. The situation's worse than I thought.
You're not getting rid of me that easy. You protected me. Now it's my turn.
Didn't realize we were keeping score.
Grab my shoulder.
Don't push it, Rookie.
Still got her
Trying to help.
frickin'
Watch your
sass.
step.
You want to help? We have to get to the nest.
Nest?
Umbrella's lab, right beneath us. Net let it slip. That's where the virus samples are. You up for this?
Yeah.
I think I could fit it in my schedule.
So we're going down to Nest, which is the secret laboratory, and that is the final area of the game. So, if you haven't
Cable car
gotten
takes us
everything,
down to
yeah,
Nest.
cable. She basically
Those
tells it
hands, I'll
out,
take it to ride.
explains it right here.
Nice. Where'd you get that?
Borrowed it. Anyway, we're almost there.
So if you want to run past, you can, and again, she'll just catch up. Magically, she walks faster when you run.
Damn right.
Let me carry you.
No. That only makes it worse.
See, when you get here, it gets a cutscene, so you just run past and open it up. So you walk in here, she sits down, and this is the lever that starts the way to Nest.
This
However,
might be a one-way ride, so be prepared, Leon.
yeah. Once you start there, you can't go back. So right now, you have full access to all the previous areas. So if you want to get any items you might have missed or anything like that, now is the time to do it, because once you go to Nest, you don't go back. So I don't care about anything else, so we're going to just head to Nest. And as if to illustrate the point, they tell you this.
Do not exit until the final destination.
You know what I was thinking? I can't wait for the FBI to raid Umbrella headquarters and take those
FBI.
bastards to justice.
Yeah, she's not
I
FBI,
agree,
if you haven't
but to
already
be
known.
clear, you're not working in official capacity. This is a federal case. Once we get the G-virus, I'm back on my own. Hey, Leon. Trust me?
Trust me?
Honestly, if I didn't, you'd probably be dead.
Right.
I thought I might need your help, and I was right. If you can secure the G-virus, I can make sure what happened in Raccoon City never happens again.
Ada, you say it yourself. It's a federal case. I don't
Leon,
have the authority.
look at me. I'm a liability now. If I'm gonna finish this case, you're the last hope I've got.
I'm not just gonna leave you here. What if you're attacked? What if you need help?
And she kisses him. Yeah. Like I said, in the original game, they have a thing that's very much established. The whole Claire Leon thing, that's not
Don't
so much
worry about
established, but yeah, that's more
I
of a
just
new
see this
game
through.
thing.
And I want to see you again. I got plenty to live for. Trust me.
Now, arriving at Nest.
Go. Please, we don't have much time. You're gonna need this.
And there's no escort mission. You don't have to worry about that. She's
Okay.
safe. You never have to worry about her.
Leon. Counting on you.
I know.
Alright, you get that ID wristband, which you're gonna need. You had an item box here, but no typewriter because you don't really need it. The item box is there mainly because if you don't have enough room for the wristband, because you can't progress if you don't have the wristband. If you don't have it, you'll have to drop some stuff off and then go back talk to Ada to get the wristband.
Stand clear until the doors are fully open.
And now we enter the laboratory.
For your safety, stand clear until the doors are fully open. For your safety.
And of
stand
course,
clear
this door
until
doesn't
the
open
doors are
fully, but whatever.
Welcome to Nest.
We're here.
Enjoy your visit.
So this
Okay.
is
I wonder where the G-Virus
this is the place where you have an actual typewriter. Store this. And for this entire section, you are going to need the ID wristband. So make sure it's never out of your sight. For some lore, you can get the Naprim log where you see, hey, there's this people, and this guy entered, but he never actually left. Wonder what that's about. So the ID is only for level 1 access, so you don't have that, so you can't go there. This room is open, which has the shotgun. Because we didn't pick it up earlier, shotgun is now here. Also, I believe, the map. Okay, so there's the map. I believe if you did pick up the shotgun, that is actually shotgun ammo. So that's there. I'll show you the shotgun by like just equipping its upgrades. So you see, the stock doesn't increase the size, but the long barrel does. And that's the one that gives it extra damage. Plus, it increases its ammo capacity from 4 to 8. Which is useful because, while you can kill lickers, like the shotgun is more reliable for killing lickers, it takes like 5 bullets to get 5 shots to kill it. But anyway, I'm going to keep the rocket launcher rather than the minigun. So we can't go that way. That's a dead end. So now we go this way. And hey, no light. So what's here is a cafeteria. And a lot of dead bodies, as we can see. That way requires a level 2. So we have to go into this room. But as you heard, there's obviously zombies in here. So there's one right there. There's one right here. There's one that's like eating a person over here. So there's a couple things in this room. There's fuel for the flamethrower you can grab. There's a grenade over here. Pick that up. Also over here, right in the middle, is some handgun ammo. And right here is another Mr. Raccoon. So you can kill that. Then you take this ladder. Walk around here and just drop down. And you're in the kitchen section. There's some pancakes and stuff people didn't eat. Also, some large gunpowder, because that's perfect kitchen material. There's also a knife. Yes, there is a knife right here. Which is useful, because if you go right outside, there is going to be an armored zombie waiting for you. I say armored because it's wearing, like, wearing armor, but it's not. The armor doesn't actually do anything. It's just essentially like the police uniform. So it's actually right. Nope, not there. Then it's over here. Yep, there he is. You just go. Now we go into the nap room, And, oh hey, I think we found the missing person who never left. Come in here, there's shotgun shells. Open this door, and you got a regulator. This is the only upgrade for the flamethrower, which makes it so that it basically does more damage. Stores nothing, and this is something you'll be using later if you want to come back to turn on the power in this area. The reason we're here is you want to take this and take the chip and combine it with the ID wristband so that we can go back to that area we couldn't go to before. Run through here. And now we can go this way.
Dr. Lee, your presence is urgently requested by Chief Cartwright in the East area.
What we can actually also do is... Okay, so here's a special force recording. It's just saying, guys, go into there. We got virus and we're gonna kill...
G-virus is in the west area. Got it.
So it tells you where to go. So we want to go to the west area. That's over there. Unfortunately, we can't go that way yet. Because, you see, this one requires a level 4. We have a level 2 right now. So, if we want to go to the west, we need a level 3. We don't have that yet. So, the only way we can go is we can go to level 2. So we head over this way. And this is where the final type of enemies will appear, which is the IV zombies. So here we have another green herb, and this is our save point, save area. We got a typewriter, we got gunpowder. Let's get the flamethrower out and combine it with the regulator. It doesn't increase the size of the flamethrower, just makes it more efficient. So now, IV zombies are a fucking pain in the ass. So they are not the traditional types. So they're basically just sentient, like vines, and they have spots on their body, which are like orange bulbs. In order to kill, you can't really kill them with regular ammo. What you can do is if you hit the bulbs, they'll be stunned. And if you hit all of 3 of the bulbs on them, they'll fall down. But the only way to actually kill them is to light them on fire and like blow them up, and then burn them to a crisp. So see, there's the thing, and that guy has the color we need. So we gotta kill that. We gotta get rid of this fucking plant stuff. Here's a computer, but we don't have access to it until we get level 3. So we come over here, and so there's one that's hanging right now. He won't activate right now, so we can ignore him, or we can kill him. I'm gonna kill him, but first I'm gonna show you the other one. There's one that spawns that's over there that gets up as soon as I walk over there. Also on that cart is a high-grade gunpowder, so I'll pick it up, and then when I walk past, you can see...
What the?
They're not exactly brightly colored, but there is one, there's another, those are the parts. So see, that is what they look like when they die, and they're not going to come back. One other thing to note, like, when zombies grab you, they'll normally, like, bite you and something. That'll do a little damage. The G-adults are a little different. They'll poison you when they bite you. If the IV zombie grabs you, you better use whatever defensive weapon you have. Because if you don't, you die. They just kill you. So, make sure you have defensive weapons and make sure to use them. And do it. So now, Here is another flash grenade. I'm just gonna, grab it. And here is a sprinkler system.
Dispensing solution now.
Yeah. So, and then it pops out, and you're given a cartridge. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to fill it up with something to get rid of all that fucking grass. So, here's a bunch of codes, and there's 2 areas that are locked. There's the drug testing lab, and this ladder. Once again, so this is again another code that does not change. You can, if you know it, you can memorize it and do it. So this area is filled with IV zombies that will respawn. They will constantly respawn, so there's not really a reason to kill them if you don't have to. Usually, so here's a red herb. I'll pick that up. So this doorway is where we're going to have to go for the testing, but I don't actually have the thing that opens it up. I can show you what's in there, though. So you go in here, and this is the machine we're going to have to use to make the solution. But it's locked, and there's a code, but you can only figure out 2 of the 4 things you need to know. Herbicide synthesis. Right, this tells you how to do it. It's like, okay, gotta make the solution and then cool it. So. What's also in here is a large gunpowder, and this guy in the corner has a grenade. So you can pick that up before you go back. So what we want to do is we want to open up the hatch that leads downstairs. Right, so we can go here, and you can see that is the code. That's always the code, by the way. Well, it's always the code again. First run. Second run has a different code. So there it is. Yeah, I'm not even going to try and explain that. So just move back, run back to the computer. And we input that code, which is this, parallel lines, this one, and that. Then you hit enter. And like I said, if you know the code beforehand, you can just put it in as soon as you enter this room. And if I remembered the code for the drug testing lab, I could have put it in right there as well. But now that door will be open, so I can then just run down there. And there's a ladder. So now this way is the way to go, but before you do that, you want to come around this corner. So you want to grab the map for the you want to grab the map for this section of the lab, and there's a large gunpowder that you can grab as well. Here we go. Again, no power. So you want to go here. You want to enter this room, but you can't because there's no power. We're about to get the thing that gives you power very soon. Now, here, there's shotgun ammo. There's also a bunch of zombies. These will wake up, and you can't really stop that. So what you want to do is, before you continue on, you want to kill all these zombies. So just kill that one. That one's already dead. That one's dead. Drawer. You want to kill them all, because when you walk down that corridor, 2 lickers are going to spawn. One in front of you and one behind you. And if you hadn't killed the zombies, they would also spawn. We got here is a trophy. Why does a trophy matter? Trophy matters because you examine it, and if you look underneath, hey, there's a combo. That is the combo for the drug testing lab. So you can grab this green herb, and I can go this way. You can actually also go back that way and just deal with getting the liquors later, but you want to go this way because that's how you get the device that's going to allow you to turn on the power. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the best way to do it. What you want to do, you want to just run. You want to just run past and just run through this door because they can't get you through the door. And then you open it up, let them reset, and now they've reset. So now you got to find them. Remember, they might be on the walls or the ceiling. One of them is, they're both right there. So this is actually perfect.
Fuck you.
Yeah, Leon, that's right, fuck you. Alright, so now we can go safely over this way. So now in here, zombie right here. Kill him, because you are going to be going through here a couple times. So as you walk, another one's going to fall from the top railing. Yep, right behind you. He's dead. Then you come in here. In here is one zombie. She's around this corner. Yep. So right here we got some high-grade gunpowder. In here is some handgun bullets. And this is the device that we want, along with a note that says, hey, burn. This is to explain the Ivy zombies, if you hadn't figured it out, that yeah, you have to burn them, otherwise they'll keep coming back. And now we come back, we open this door, and we are back at the starting location. Okay. So we run past here. If I hadn't killed that zombie over there, it would have been dropped down and be awake right now. So he's dead. So now I'm back here, and if I don't remember the code, I can again just look at this, and it is LL mini small I big block on top of small block and fat I. Alright, so we got LL small I, big block on top of small block, and big I. There we go. And that opens up the drug testing lab. So now we head over to there to make the solution. So we put in this capsule.
Manual mode engaged.
And this
Adjust
is
amount of solution
fill up
to match cartridge capacity.
fill up the fucking thing puzzle. There is an achievement for doing this perfectly. Do I remember the comp? It's actually really simple. Okay, I think I remember it. So basically what you want to do is you want to get the liquid in this green, in this vial, to the red ring. And this red one switches the first two, blue switches the second two. So what you do for this, I believe the achievement is to get into 8 moves, and what you do is, this is the same for Leon or Claire in story A, is you do red, green, blue, red, green, blue, red, green. There we go. Yep, and there we have it. Solution is pretty much the same thing in the second run. Only difference is you start with the blue button, so you can do blue, red, green, blue, red, green, blue, red, green, because it takes 9 moves. Alright, we can get rid of the the trophy because we don't need any more. And now we got that, and if we remember, the notes said we have to cool it. So where do we cool it? Well, we got to go back downstairs. So we go here, climb on back down. Enter here. And now we use the device to turn power here. So this says MRF. So what does that mean? Well, if you examine the device, you can see there's 5 different settings. So first, we got to switch it to MRF. And then you have to rotate the 2 dials so that it matches the same wavelength. So we've got that right, and there we go. So now it's done. So now we can put it in, and lights are back on. So now there is a save room over here that you can use. That also has a couple items. This room over here we have a high-grade gunpowder over here, some fuel over here, and there's also a knife right here that you can access along with the typewriter. But otherwise, this is just resources. You don't need, if you don't need them, you don't need a code there at all. So now you want to come into here. There's another zombie that if you do not attack, she will not wake up. Fucking killer.
Welcome back, Dr. Lee. You have...
So here's another message that you say, like, hey, there's another guy. It's like, oh, this guy's an asshole. Busy, bullshit. And there's stuff going on. Please help. This going. And then the final one's like, hey, just remembrance is like he's about to die.
5 new messages.
Kind of humanizes the scientists working on this shit. Shows they were as blindsided by this as anybody else.
Freezer open.
So you wanna, the only thing to grab here is the gunpowder, so you don't need to check anything else. And then you wanna put the solution in here so that it freezes.
Cooling sequence in progress.
Boom, liquid nitrogen, freezes the shit out of it. And now it's blue, that means it's ready to be used. Don't worry about any time constraint or anything. It does not unfreeze. You could take, if you want to dick around for half an hour before using it, you can. It's not gonna unfreeze. But there's no real reason to. There's nothing else you need to be doing. So now we come here, and the thing to be careful of is once you've turned the power on, an IV zombie will appear in this stairwell. So it's something to be aware. It's not. It's I believe it's on the next staircase. Yep, there he is. So he only appears once you turn on the power. Now, go through this again, turn around, and go in here. So, alright, so you would put the solution in, and it's basically a super herbicide, so it kills plants. Boom, he's dead. So this thing is a super weed killer. So any IV zombies that are walking around right now, they've basically been knocked out. They're not dead, they've just been stunned. So I'm actually going to be walking past a few, and they're actually going to be semi-waking up. Oh, also there is a blue herb right here. So there's the chip upgrade for the ID. Oh, whoa, I don't want to quit. When I grab it, Mr. X is going to show up again. So, and he's going to start chasing me. There's two ways to deal with it. One way is to just run back to the main area, and he will be following you the entire time. So you have to deal with that, as well as a pair of zombies that have newly spawned. But there's another way to despawn him very quickly, which I will show you. So, you go here, there's the chip, put it in here, and now Mr. X showed up. So you just start running. So I'm gonna despawn him. If you go down this ladder, he despawns. Wait, what? Oh shit. He doesn't despawn. Okay. I thought he despawned. Okay, never mind. But you can go down this way and then just go around the other way back to the main area, which is safer. That way you don't have to deal with it, because a couple new Ivy zombies did spawn in the other areas. Okay, so I lied. I thought he despawned. When I did it in my first run, he despawned, or maybe he just never noticed me. But I didn't have to deal with him. You don't have to go back here, but I will, just because there is that piece of information. This is just guessing nest for spies, and this is the generated email that was by you activating the sprinklers. But anyway, now we are done with this section, so we can go back, and now we can actually go to the West Hall. I'll just push the button, but there is something you can do before you go to the West Hall. So before you go to the West Hall, you want to go back to the nap room, because if you remember, there was another power outlet in the nap room to light up that whole section. Speedrunners usually don't bother with this, because this is pure backtracking. You also, I don't want to really do this if you're doing that 14,000 step achievement. But if you're not doing any of those, you do want to come back here, because so it's muff. So you want to examine this, switch it to muff, and again do that, use it, and that opens up these chambers. So he is a zombie, so be aware you want to kill him. But why do you want to open it up? Because you get the last hip pouch. This one is there on hardcore, and a Mr. Raccoon statue right there, along with a piece of lore notes. Basically, scientists thinking he's a genius, he shouldn't die ever, blah blah blah. This opens up the lights here, nothing else. So now we head to our final location, the West area. West area does not have like any enemies aside from one. So you don't really have to worry about getting hurt until we get to the boss fight. We go in here, lights. Hey, there's another cassette tape we can pick up, as well as a grenade. So we go in here. There's no power, so let's fix that. Let's edit it to OSS. Those are also the patterns you need for each one. They're always the same, so you don't need to do anything. Also, now that you've done all three, you don't need this anymore, so that's gone. We can also watch the videotape now that the power's back. That's a VCR, for those that don't know, by the way. And if you remember, we got that Special Forces transcript. That's actually one of these guys talking.
Dr. Birkin, you'll come along with us quietly.
You think I didn't know you were coming? This is my life's work. I'm not handing over anything.
We have our orders, Dr. Birkin. I'll ask you one more time. Hold your fire! What the fuck were you thinking? Our orders were to bring him in alive.
One of those guys is Hunk, by the way, who is the fourth survivor. His mode appears once you've been an A side and a B side, or in this case, the normal run and a second run of. It doesn't matter who, but a normal run and a second run.
Roger that.
And his mode is essentially just it's a small enemy rush where you got to get to the escape. You just got to escape the police station and get out of there.
So those were G samples.
Yeah. So now we don't need this anymore. We can get rid of that. I'm gonna just put the fuel away because we don't need that. Another piece of note. Just talking to people. There's also a blue herb over here. Go in here, there is high-grade gunpowder, decontamination suite, and look at this fucking boss fight, boss area. Yeah, when we come back, this is gonna be the boss fight. Right. And okay, one of the last notes that you can see here. There's G-Virus. Easier than I thought,
easy.
right?
All right, now back to Ada.
Attention.
Oh,
Unauthorized removal
there's a
of
problem.
virus detected.
But before you leave,
Lockdown initiated.
there's stuff here. You got your boss fountain. You got a high-grade ammo, red herb, some large gunpowder over here, and a typewriter and a item box. Now this is where you would do your last save if you are trying to do an S plus run, because after this you can still save, but there's not really a point. There's basically boss fight and then final boss coming up, so you don't really need anything else. I'm gonna take stuff just to be safe, but I shouldn't really need anything because I have my fucking infinite gun. I'm just gonna grab a couple heals. And I'll grab the minigun too. Why not?
For virus detected. Facility lockdown initiated.
Also, if you are trying to go for an S plus run and you get to this point, when you save, look at your in-game time by like pausing it and realize you basically have about, if you don't have half an hour left to finish your run, you should probably restart, because the next bit is gonna take about that much time. Or you want that much time to be safe.
Self-destruct sequence will begin when lockdown is complete. Attention, unauthorized removal of
Whatever. I didn't save, but I should be. There we go. And this is G3. Perfect. 3. You fight him as both Claire and Leon.